It is tough to win in the NFL, man. Tough to win in the NFL. But I'm going to tell you what, this group is resilient as heck, man. Didn't practice, right? Had one practice this week. One practice. No. Guys out coming into the game, and then guys out going within the game, and guys stepping up, didn't blink, and what a gut check it was down the stretch, man. Hey, we threw some punches, they threw some punches, and we countered again, right? Great job, man, great job.
There you go. Hey, love y'all boys. Way to step up and play, man. Everybody was ready today. Win the play, that's it. Win up there, win!
Resilient damn football team right here, man. I'm so proud of you guys, man. That same process every week.
Hello, everybody, and welcome into Week 16 of the Sean McDermott Show presented by Kaleida Health. Thanks for joining us. Sean, thanks for giving us a couple of minutes. An absolutely dynamic win against the Detroit Lions, a team that was number one in the NFC. You knew it was going to be a dogfight. You led the entire game and closed it out in the fourth quarter. You snapped an 11-game win streak that they had going on. I mean, they were a high-flying team. You knew it was going to be a really tough game, and you came out on top. What's this kind of game mean for your team headed into the final stretch?
Well, when you can beat a good team like that at their place with that type of environment, I think it's important. You can show that you're able to go on the road against a good football team in that type of environment and play good football, and then it be a close game and come out on top. All those are good threads for us.
Yeah, so you had a monster performance from Josh, and once again, we're back in this thing where we say he's the first quarterback in NFL history to do, this time, multiple TD passes, multiple rush TDs, 350 passing yards, 60 rushing yards in the same game. First guy to ever do that. First player in NFL history with 35 or more touchdowns, pass and rush in 4 consecutive. I mean, it goes on and on with this guy. Obviously, he's front runner for the MVP. So you got this MVP guy who's that important. How do you balance that with his durability and needing him, for when it really counts, when the tournament starts?
No, great question. It's a delicate balance, right? So these are still meaningful games, and as are the playoffs, and so we're trying to be smart. There's a point for him, it's, being smart as well. And he's done a good job of that to this point in some of those loose plays and sliding or getting out of bounds. Continue to pray about it, and keeping him healthy is important.
So, all right, we haven't talked about him for a while, but Joe Brady really had a nice game plan, and this offense really took off in this game. 559 yards of total offense, most in Josh's career. 197 rushing yards. He had 68 offensive plays, 34 runs, 34 passes. I mean, that is an absolute unbelievable balance. Scored 30 points in 8 straight games. First team to accomplish that since the Denver Broncos in 2013. Josh seems to trust every guy on the roster. We made a note. 9 different guys caught a pass. How much credit does Joe Brady and the staff and this philosophy coming together, who do you credit for all of this?
Well, I think you got to give a little bit of credit to everyone. Really, it's been a team deal here, and Joe, the offensive staff, Josh, every player on offense. I think the staff being collaborative, and then also offensively with the players being unselfish or selfless. That's a real rarity in these days and times.
Okay, so let's get to the defensive line. Man, they really showed up. Ed Oliver had a sack, generated a season-high 10 pressures, most by a defensive tackle in the league this year. Rousseau had a sack. Christian Benford had a sack. You held the Lions to 48 yards rushing for the game, only 7 in the second half. And the Lions started the game with a 3-and-out, really set the tone. With all the injuries in your secondary, your front 7 really showed up big, didn't they?
Yeah, they did, and we needed them to. That run game, we had to get that line of scrimmage controlled early. We're against a 2-dimensional offense that's been able to run the ball pretty much at will against anyone. They were going to get into a rhythm if we allowed them to take control of the line of scrimmage early. Our defense did a heck of a job with it.
All right, Coach, thanks. We'll catch up with you later in the show to get your final thoughts on facing the Patriots this weekend. Stay with us.
The Game Plan is presented by Energy Mark. Trust Energy Mark for renewable energy supply.
When we come back, Eric Wood breaks down the top plays from the game against the Lions. Then take a look back at the big win in Detroit in our mini-movie.
Shopping Wood is presented by St. Bonaventure University, an official education partner of the Buffalo Bills.
Welcome back to the Sean McDermott Show, presented by Kaleida Health, and it's time now to break down the tape with our good buddy Eric Wood on another edition of Chopping Wood. The Bills lit it up offensively in Detroit. Another shootout. What stood out to you?
I think Josh Allen locked up the MVP with his performance in Detroit. He had 2 passing touchdowns, 2 rushing touchdowns, and he controlled the entire game. I love the way they used Ty Johnson in the passing game, and then they got the rushing game going with James Cook this week. It was another shootout, but the Bills also dominated on the ground, and you love to see that this time of year.
Well, let's start with Ty Johnson's first huge catch on the opening drive. This one set the tone and went for 33 yards.
This is a play designed by Joe Brady. It's a design shot on the second play. And so here they're going to run motion across. That orbit motion with Shakir, goes behind Josh, fakes the handoff. All of this is just to catch everybody's eyes. Here, Cooper's going to run up, and he's going to be on the top of the screen, and he's going to hold that safety. This is them just attacking the linebacker in pass coverage. They knew it was going to be man-to-man defense, and it's one-on-one with Ty Johnson going down the field. This is a perfectly thrown ball by Josh, and it was great to see this connection working throughout the game. Ty Johnson for over 100 yards.
Then on the next drive, Josh ran one in from 4 yards out. Take me through this play design.
I love this from Joe Brady. And so here, Reggie Gilliam's actually going to release into the flat. I'm not sure if he's a potential option on the pitch there or not, but what he is going to do versus man-to-man defense is draw a defender out of the box. You have nice blocks at the point of attack, Spencer Brown and Osiris Torres, but Deion Dawkins pulls around. He doesn't even have anyone to block here. That's how caught off guard by this play the Lions were. I believe it was a read option play. That's an easy decision to keep it for Josh there.
All right, let's fast forward to the opening drive of the second half. James Cook ripped off a 41-yard touchdown. Break this one down. This was a great run.
Yeah, so this is the tackle trap pull that the Bills used a lot of last year, and they used it a lot in this game yesterday against Detroit. Spencer Brown's going to pull around. He's got the end man on the line of scrimmage. Well, when the defensive end goes inside Deion, he's going to take him. If the defensive end stayed outside of him, he would have let him go, and he would have worked up to the linebacker. So they exchange there. David Edwards does an excellent job climbing off the double team with McGovern to the second level. And then when you give James Cook this much space, he's extremely dangerous. He uses speed to break through the safeties, gets through multiple attempts at trying to pull his hair and bring him down that way, but he gets in for the 41-yard score.
A little later, Josh hit Shakir on a shovel pass for a touchdown. How did Joe Brady draw this one up?
Well, my antennas were up on this one because generally when the Bills have 6 linemen in and they have receivers on the field that are in a position to block, usually that's Mac Hollins. So when this was Khalil Shakir, my antennas went up a little bit. And so Josh is going to reverse out almost like he's going to pitch it to Cook, which holds defenders that way. And then he just does a little flip back to Shakir the other way, talking about the blocking up front. Again, a nice double team on the play at the front side with Edwards and McGovern. Deion's one-on-one. He's got the guy that anybody that comes inside of him, he's got. And then Spencer Brown pulls around. Another nice job kicking out the defensive end or the end man on the line of scrimmage, I'll say. And Shakir reads it correctly. And this is another walk-in touchdown.
Great stuff as always. Thanks for this, Eric. We'll catch up with you after the Patriots game.
All right, sounds good. Looking forward to it, Steve.
Still to come on the Sean McDermott Show, take a look back on the big win over the Lions in mini-movie. And later on, we take a deep dive into some next-gen stats on Sportsology.
Good afternoon, Bills Mafia. Welcome to Week 15 as we get you set for what many are calling a potential Super Bowl preview as the 12-1 Detroit Lions play host to the 10-3 Buffalo Bills.
He's got a 2nd and 5. Spins around and launches it long. One-on-one coverage. Over the shoulder catch by Ty Johnson. And the Bills pick up a big gain of 33 yards on their 2nd snap.
Allen under center. Ty Johnson right behind him. They go to shove him over the goal line. No sign from the officials yet. And it's a touchdown. 2 tight ends set here. Late motion from Laporta. Play action. Pressure coming. And Christian Benford gets him on the corner blitz for the sack.
Here's a 3rd and 13. Bills rush 4. They're in on him again. Ball came out. Recovered by one of the linemen. It's be a significant loss again. It was Ed Oliver who was in on Goff.
He's been playing really well, Jim, and then the ability to get the ball out at the end.
Here's the snap, fakes the handoff to Cook, back to pass, has time, pocket collapsing. Allen rolls out to his left, fires, and it's complete to Cook at the 40, 45, and out to midfield. Oh, the running backs are cooking up the DBs and linebackers here early.
And it's Allen easily going in, hopping home for the touchdown. On 3rd and 9. Goff looking, throwing, caught, first down, and touchdown. Tim Patrick. 4th and about 2.5. Play clock down to 1, and they're going for it. Looking down, wide open, and pulled down by Ty Johnson, who's got another 20-plus yard reception, his 3rd of the game. 1st and goal. Give, Cook, no one near him, goes in untouched for the Buffalo touchdown. 2nd and 4. Make it to him this time, and they got a wide open target. It's one of the linemen. It's Skipper to the end zone for the touchdown.
Play clock down to 7. Another handoff to Cook through a hole. Darts to the middle of the field. 30, 25, 20. Still on his feet. 10, 5, and Cook is in for the touchdown. His 2nd rushing touchdown of the game. Goes 41 yards. Gives the lone setback to the left of Goff. Here's the snap. 3-step drop. Looking. Pocket collapsing. Looking over the middle. And it's caught. And now it's fumbled. The ball is out. Are they going to say incomplete pass? They're going to say down by contact.
Amon-Ra St. Brown is still fighting for yards.
Ball's out.
As Christian Benford knocks that ball out and the Bills come up with the recovery, Matt Milano was able to get that football at the end of it.
Football actually is marked at the 3-yard line. Little shovel pass, and it's Shakir with the Buffalo touchdown. Here's a 3rd and 17. The pass. Complete! St. Brown slips through a tackle. Inside the 20, to the 10. What a play on 3rd and 17. The Lions are back in it. 66 yards. 2nd and 4, dumps it off. Gibbs. Got across. Touchdown, Lions.
Wow, Detroit twice gets back in the game very quickly.
The Lions, they're declaring an onside kick. You got to declare it now with these new kickoff rules this year.
Bates kicks it, and it bounces, takes the high hop, and it's covered by Hollins. He's going the other way. 15, 10, and he's upended at the 6-yard line. Oh, I thought the barefoot wonder was going to get to the end zone. Tripped up at the 4. So it's 1st and goal from the 5. Allen under center. Davis the lone setback. Gonna roll out to his right. Allen's gonna throw it to Davis, and he's into the end zone for a 5-yard touchdown reception.
You want to take the momentum out of that really quick drive you just took, Detroit? How about one-play drive?
So snap, handoff. Gibbs pushed across. Oh my goodness. One of the linemen made that happen. He just shoves him across.
That's a great call. You were right.
41-yarder from dead center. Here's the snap, hold down, kick on the way, and it is good. And pushes the Bills lead up to 13 with 2:03 left in the game. So now it's 3rd and goal from the 3, 16 seconds left. Now coming in motion is St. Brown right to left. Back to pass, fires, and it's caught in the end zone. Jamison Williams for a 3-yard touchdown reception. So with 12 seconds left, the Lions have pulled to within 6. 48-42.
Here we go. Oh, straight up the middle, and there's a scrum for it. Oh my goodness. Did the Lions recover? Did the Lions recover?
No signal yet. Yeah, Bills are indicating they have the ball, and head referee Adrian Hill says Buffalo football.
And Taron Johnson is the one who comes out of the pile with it.
And that will do it. A colossal victory for the Bills on the road.
Next up on the Sean McDermott Show, we break down some next-gen stats in Sportsology. Plus, hear Coach's final thoughts on hosting the Patriots on Sunday.
Sportsology is presented by ECMC. ECMC, bringing hope and healing to Western New York.
Over the last 3 weeks, Bills quarterback Josh Allen has been on fire. 14 touchdowns, more than 1,000 offensive yards, no turnovers, no sacks. Thanks to his remarkable play, the Bills offense is averaging more than 40 points per game, the best in the league over that span. Let's take a look at the stats behind Allen's latest MVP caliber performance against the Lions. Buffalo's QB recorded 362 passing yards against Detroit. 171 of his passing yards occurred on throws outside of the pocket, the most by a quarterback since Russell Wilson did so in 2021. Allen's 64-yard pass to wide receiver Keon Coleman also produced some mind-blowing stats. The pass was in the air for just 2.47 seconds, making it the fastest pass of at least 50 yards out of the 70 in the Next Gen Stats database. It also had a completion percentage of just 23.4%. Buffalo's defense also made a big impact against the NFL's best offense. The group recorded 25 quarterback pressures on Lions quarterback Jared Goff, the most of any team in Week 15. Defensive tackle Ed Oliver generated a season-high 10 pressures on 42 pass rushes, the most pressures in a game by a defensive tackle this season. The team is hitting their stride with a few weeks left in the regular season. Allen now has at least 35 passing touchdowns in 4 straight seasons, the first player to ever do so in NFL history.
After the break, our crew from Buffalo Bills Weekly give you their game preview for Sunday's showdown with the Patriots. Plus, Coach shares what it will take to get the win on Sunday in Orchard Park.
The Bills are at home for a Week 16 matchup against the Patriots. It's the first time this season that Buffalo is facing a rookie quarterback in Drake May. While the Patriots are 3-11, Drake May is providing some hope for this team. He ranks top 10 in completion percentage at 68.5%. He's showcased his arm talent and ability to extend plays. With May, you can see that they can build a team around him.
Yeah, I think they found the hardest position to fill with Drake May at quarterback. So now what they've got to do is they've got to get an offensive line and some skill position players that he can truly count on besides just tight end Hunter Henry. That's job one. But yeah, there are some bright spots here from him individually. I just think it's the functionality of the offense that's the issue right now. They just cannot stay on schedule down and distance-wise, and because of that, they're just not scoring enough points.
Buffalo's defense faced 2 offensive powerhouses in the last 2 games, the Rams and the Lions. They allowed touchdowns on 10 of 11 red zone trips, second most in the league over that span. They also allowed a conversion rate of 60.7% on third down, third most over that span. The Patriots aren't quite on that level. They're averaging just 17 points per game, good for second lowest in the league. How can the Bills get back to being a top 10 team this week?
Yeah, on defense, they just got to get healthier first, so hopefully they'll get some players back in the lineup. That's number one. And then number two, I think they have to get back to being the splash play defense they've been all season long, which has been predicated largely on turnovers. They get one last week. It helps in the win, but they have to get multiples. They got to get back to that. They went 0 against the Rams. They get 1 against the Lions. I think against this team, that's going to give you opportunities because, as we said, Drake May will take chances throwing the ball into tight windows. The Bills have to make good on those, get some extra possessions for the Bills offense, and put this game away early.
For more from Brownie and Maddy, including insights from players and coaches, plus exclusive interviews, check your local listings for Buffalo Bills Weekly, also available on Buffalo Bills YouTube. Coach, back at home facing the Patriots, your game's been flexed to 425 because everybody wants to see Josh play, right? That must be it, right?
Yeah.
This is the first of 2 meetings with the Pats over the next 3 weeks. And how does this, the flex, does that impact your preparation? And what does it mean, the fact that you're going to see him 2 out of the next 3 weeks?
Yeah. Interesting opponent, interesting schedule. I think we have to take them one at a time naturally and try and put our best foot forward each of the 2 games with the Jets, in between. So just trying to stay focused on one day at a time and one opponent, one game at a time. And this is a young team that's done some good things with this young quarterback.
Yeah, Drake May, 3rd overall pick this year. He's 12 TDs, 9 picks, big arm. He can run. He's also the first rookie quarterback you're facing this year. What's it like preparing for him and a new offensive coordinator, all this new head coach, all the new stuff that's going on in New England? How does that change things for this matchup?
Right. I mean, just not as familiar overall with the new coaching staff, to your point, and then also the new quarterback. So, it'll be interesting as we get going here and really dive into the film, how we want to approach it, how we want to attack what they do.
Coach, thanks. Good luck this week against the Patriots. We're going to take a week off for the holidays and come back for the next Patriots game at the end of the season. Thanks for joining us this week on the Sean McDermott Show presented by Kaleida Health. We'll see you next time. Have a great holiday season, and as always, go Bills.
Final Thoughts is presented by Toyota. Toyota is the exclusive and official vehicle of the Buffalo Bills. Toyota, let's go places. The Sean McDermott Show is presented by Kaleida Health, the official healthcare provider of the Buffalo Bills. By Connors and Ferris, your workers' comp attorneys. Call 716-684-COMP today. And by Toyota. Toyota is the exclusive and official vehicle of the Buffalo Bills. Toyota, let's go places.